is time to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the number one source all things WWE right here at the Rawdown. I am one half your host, the almighty Boney Lashley. And unfortunately, Psycho Sid Sorelli, a.k.a. Young Anthony, is off with his softball game. But I've got my wonderful co-host, the MVP. Man. There's a reason why they call him the MVP, because he doesn't miss shows. No. MVP Marco. What's up, Marco? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. It was, it does stink that he's not here for the prediction show, obviously. But it was either that or one of us, just standing in front of a camera by ourselves, screaming at him like a psychopath. We don't want any more of that on the
no more on that. and if you don't know what we're talking about, head back over to the Turnbuckle Tavern, where you can see a 40-year-old pothead screaming nonsense, nonsense at a computer. Well, I don't know how to work the shared screen crap. How do you do this shit?
Those those people that they warned you about. You're walking down the street and you see those people just yelling stuff to themselves or talking and mumbling to themselves. If you want to see that, then watch an hour of it. Anyway, go to Turnbuckle Tavern on YouTube, and
this NFL season will be interesting. That's all I'm gonna have to say. It might end my NFL fandom, so we'll see. Check out, of course, you check out. We come back for the long balls. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but my God. But we got an action-packed show for you tonight. Of course, like I said, Young Anthony's not here. What is it about champions? Whenever they decide that they're just going to take off, they're just not going to defend their title. I don't know. I think we need to talk to President Sneed about this bullshit.
Yeah, he hasn't been around in a while, Sneed. President Sneed. I think we have to bring him back on the show and set things straight.
Yeah, we need to get Sneed Tunney on. Speaking of Sneed Tunney, we got Jaden Sneed. What's up, brother? And then we got Mr. Freems in the house, checking it out. What we got going on the Rawdown. Well, folks, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna break down the cash at the Classical card. It's hard to say.
Clash,
but we got Clash at the Castle card. We're gonna break down Raw and SmackDown. But first, as always, let's go ahead and go outside the road.
Outside the ropes.
Outside the ropes. All right. Well, DREAM is over.
Oh my God.
So Mr. Velveteen Dream, aka Patrick Clark Jr. of Tough Enough fame, and then of course reinvented himself, should I say, into this Velveteen Dream character, was arrested this past week. Marco, tell everybody what went down. What kind of 411 you got on this?
So so before that, there was rumblings of him possibly.
Right.
I don't know if there was any speaking of it, but there was rumblings of him actually returning to WWE, maybe NXT, who knows. But if you went on his Instagram and his social media, he deleted a bunch of stuff and kind of rebranded himself. I think he had his actual name as the as his handle and everything. So it looked like he was kind of trying to get his image back in order. So things were looking up for a little bit, but then we get this news that he was arrested for, I believe some illegal substances.
That's what it was. Yes.
He had on him. So that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan of Velveteen Dream, dude. When he was in NXT,
I loved him.
Run, dude. His gimmick was so out there, and even John Cena like a while back. They asked him a question on who he'd like to work with in NXT at the time, and he said Velveteen Dream. Like he threw his name right in there because dude's great on the mic, had the great look. Dude, his gimmick was like I said, great in the ring. Gimmick was like I said, out of this world. Like probably one of the best gimmicks that NXT like produced. And all the storylines that he had with everyone were just, even though he lost a lot of them, they still were memorable because he made them memorable. One in particular, Malachi Black, aka I almost said Alexander Black. We'll call him Malachi Black, but yeah, that whole thing. Ricochet, that feud was pretty awesome as well. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, and obviously what happened outside the ropes, what happened to him, we're not going to repeat. But I mean, he was found innocent, I assume. But that kind of tarnishes you. It doesn't matter what, if you're proven, innocent. It definitely like puts a little dirt on your name. So. We've seen that with plenty of other wrestlers besides him. But sucks to suck. That's all I gotta say about that.
Life sucks, and then you die.
You're right, and happy belated, Vince. That's right. You were gallivanting.
I guess we could kind of mention that a little bit. I agree with everything real quick about Velveteen Dream. He should have been called up, but. I guess it's a good thing for WWE, wasn't? But definitely, he's going to go down as a big swing and a miss because of his. Yeah. He could keep his outside persona. Yeah, he worked himself into a shoot basically. Is what he did.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. He was my favorite in that Tough Enough class.
Yeah.
And I particularly, as you were wearing the beautiful Hogan shirt, particularly loved how he would troll Hogan as well too.
He wore like the that's right. He had the did he do the NWO?
He did the NWO OVA, but he would troll Hogan on Twitter as well.
I didn't know that.
But which that's a whole nother animal. But the reason why he would do a lot of that is because he's basically making fun of Hogan.
Yeah.
He's trolling him. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, look, amazing talent. It's unfortunate, and we'll see what happens to him. But yeah, real quick, the former chairman of the board last week, it was his birthday.
Yeah,
and he was. Man around town, everybody's talking at me. Hey, I don't hear a word they're saying.
Yeah, he's hit a little lady with him.
Yeah, a lady friend,
A little lady friend. Had some buddies out with them that night. A little guys' night.
Yeah, a little guys' night. Who
was it? Brock.
Brock and Pat McAfee. That's such an odd pairing. Pat McAfee. Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
John Cena, that's right. But that tells me right there that he loves Pat McAfee. Dude.
He loves some Pat McAfee.
He loves some Pat, man. He if there's one person in that company,
God damn, pal.
Like he did his show, dude. Like he interviewed with Pat Like that shows you right there that he actually respects Pat McAfee and shit.
Right.
And he's not. I mean, so Anthony kind of might be right about that. Best acquisition.
No. Hold on.
But it's such a weird crew. Like you have Brock with his cut off flannel, fucking Pat McAfee with his t-shirt, and then you have John Cena all properly dressed with his fucking suit and all that shit. It was just so weird. I didn't see anyone else though. No one else was at that party.
Well, we saw that female there.
A little lady friend.
Yeah, she looks like she's been wrung out a few times. If you know what I mean.
Didn't look like Linda McMahon. Didn't look like her at all.
No.
Yeah.
She looked like she's been through the obstacle course a couple times.
So guys, I mean, Linda's available. Looks like so. I mean,
She
hop in
she
those
took the
DMs.
physical challenge. Oh man,
Oh man.
yeah, Linda's available, and
Yes, I mean, if you want to be Stephanie's stepdad, dude.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can do it, all you have to do is be a QAnon. All right, anyways, on to our next bit. We've got
oh, that's great.
we of course you got a lot of potential comebacks that are kind of out there. We'll talk about maybe some of this later on down the show. Of course, we got Clash of the Castle this weekend. Like we saw SummerSlam, the return of Bayley, Dakota Kai, and technically it was a return, I guess, but she had been off of TV for a little while. But Io Sky, but there's rumors floating around there. Braun's name's getting thrown out there. Bronson Reed, that is.
Yep.
We use full names in WWE now, pal.
Yes. Matt Riddle. He has his
Matt
name back
Riddle,
on.
yes. I think we're going to go to middle names pretty soon. We're going to have 3 names. Hey, Triple H does have 3 names under her simply, but anyway.
True.
What name would you like to see, kind of pop up next? Is there any of those names that interest you?
I definitely want to see Bronson Reed back, dude.
Yes,
I
yes.
was a big fan of the Colossal.
Me too. Right.
Yeah, he was awesome, dude. Like I thought he was going to be like that next, like after Keith Lee, like one of the Keith Lee was he kind of set the standard for the big men in NXT, and then right after that was Bronson Reed. So I thought he was definitely going to get at least called up to the main roster at some point. But obviously, plans change, pal. So that didn't happen. But I was shocked, as well as a lot of people, when he got cut.
I couldn't believe that one.
He seemed like he got caught he just got a stray bullet. Like I think he just got thrown in a pile, dude. Because I mean, from what I've seen, did nothing wrong. Like always put on great matches. Yeah, he was in the ring, even if they were squash matches. Any other marquee matches he was put in, I mean, definitely did the job. I mean, but I don't know.
He did the job, right?
Yeah,
unfortunately,
he did the big job. But I definitely want to see him. Braun Strowman, I'm kind of curious as to see if that. I mean, that was kind of a rumor as well. I'm curious to see where he would fit in this. Like,
I would like to see if they could do Braun, like a mixture of what he's doing, like as Adam Shearer, that version with the Braun Strowman character. I think that would work really good. If he were to come back,
not the monster among men, that like gimmick.
No, just do like this. I guess kind of alt-right kind of character,
like a work shoot almost.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that's gonna probably ruffle people's feathers the wrong way, which is whatever, But look, guys, it's entertainment. Calm the fuck down, okay? Yeah. It's okay. Where he's here to. Guess what? That makes a good heel. That's what that means. Yeah, so, or a good baby face wherever you stand.
that is also true. 50-50 booking, dude.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it's to see. I would like to see. I would definitely like to see Bronson Reed back for sure.
Yeah.
Bam Bam. He obviously had the Bam Bam Bigelow tights, but he worked like Bam Bam Bigelow.
He's killing it too. Like he's killing it right now, like in Impact and in New Japan and stuff like that. I know he has like deals with them still, so that's probably if it does, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But I think.
Well, I'm sorry. Usually they don't sign long-term deals. Impact and New Japan, so
that's true.
We'll see. So, So of course, many other, we got, Comeback City going on right now, and there's a lot of hot names. We'll throw that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on because that is one of our kind of our bonus questions for this predictions deal here. So let's over to some comments real quick. Freem says, I got some breaking news. I'm going to be debuting as Rey Mysterio's unknown son.
Oh, man.
Wow. Freem's. Ray is your poppy. All right. Tyson, he's here in the chat. He says it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Frames again. She looked like she was 2 million. It was funny. Goddamn, pal.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
King Mundo, I give you the Clash of the Castle predictions. All Triple H NXT guys will win the matches and belts. Okay, I don't know about that, pal.
No.
Tyson Trevino. Oh yeah. Oh, so he got injured before he got released. Interesting. I guess that's Bronson.
Oh yeah,
Reed.
Bronson Reed. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh god damn! Get this flat fat piece of shit out of my ring.
That's why it was sad. Now I remember because he was injured and he freaking got cut, dude. That's the worst. It's like what happened to Stone Cold, dude, and he turned out pretty good.
I think he did all right. He did okay.
What?
All right, let's talk about some of the ladies.
Collar and elbow.
Collar and elbow, baby. So we got the women's tag match finals occurred last night on Raw, main event on Raw. The match, of course, was Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Sky and Kai.
Sky and Kai.
What were your? Yeah, so we obviously if you watched it, if you know about it, Raquel and Aaliyah won are their new champs. What are some of your thoughts?
I'm probably one of the few that really didn't care that happened. I know there was a lot of people Triple H needs to be fired. Let's get rid of Triple H. He sucks at his job. Blah blah blah. It's like,
hang on, pal.
All right, people, come on. It's people were worried. So here's for me. It was so predictable that they were gonna not them, but not Raquel. But it was so predictable that Sky and Kai were gonna win. Like that. Right. That was like people were like you were watching that match going up. We know what's gonna happen here, but then they win. It's like, holy shit! They actually won. Where's this gonna go now? And a lot of people, they buried them. They just came back. But no. Everyone settle down. Let things play out first and foremost. People are so reactionary when they see things like this. You gotta let it simmer a little bit. They still have Clash at the Castle coming up, right? But which will most likely they'll get their win there with Bayley. But at the same time, we have, which we'll just bring it up now, you have Sasha and Naomi in the shadows, because there's possibly they possibly reached a deal. That's what they're saying. WWE and both those fine young ladies have reached a deal to come back. So if you're gonna put them back into the tag team title picture, which if you read about it, there's a lot of WWE people saying like they're gonna try to make these titles like legit now this time around. Like there's gonna be a real focus on them, like kind of like how they do with the NXT women's titles right now. But if you put the titles on the newly returned ladies, and then Sasha and Naomi come back and just squash them and win, what does that do to them? Right? It's better to put the titles on these two jabronis, not that they're jabronis, but these two that have nothing to lose. Sasha and Naomi can come back, beat them for the titles, right? And now you can feud Sasha and Naomi. They'll be the women's tag champions against Sky and Kai. Like that's... Yeah, it all comes back. I mean, there's some of your points that I agree with. Some of them I disagree. Okay, so first of all, I'm not like super passionate about this. Where people are like, "Well, no, God, Triple H should be fired." Okay, calm down, right? Come on now. I'm not a fan of the booking, right? Yeah,
and the reason is I think this is a new team. They're technically a call up. They need that. They need that oomph, they need to push them, put the rocket on them to make them that credible threat. And I think, this was a high profile match. This wasn't like, this was on the second segment of Raw and, they were going up against these girls, just a regular
Yep.
match. This was on the main event for the championship, and they lost by a roll up. Just like
Yeah.
I just and I'm nitpicking here, obviously, but just wasn't really too fan of how they went about this. As far as potential Sasha and Naomi coming, I mean, they could have won the titles, and I mean, they could have signed Sasha and Naomi to keep them at home so they're not going anywhere. Keep them at home, might as well.
Yeah.
You could book them in like a Survivor Series, or book the match in a Survivor Series or something like that. As far as the sake of having a swerve or just having a swerve,
Yeah.
So sometimes, and Chad says this, and I agree with this. Sometimes predictability in wrestling is good. And I kind of, it's a little bit concerning because we've kind of seen this a lot in wrestling. Like, oh, we got to swerve the crowd, we got to swerve them, so they don't know what's going on. That's what I'm kind of feeling like it's happening a lot lately. So I think they kind of need, and this is pertaining to all companies, by the way. I think everybody kind of needs to be a little bit cautious with that because that's borderline Vince Russo territory right there.
Yeah. And the other thing too, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have to go back and watch, but I think the wrong person was pinned. Also.
Oh, okay.
That was the other thing. So
I didn't realize that. Okay.
I think it was who I think it was who rolled up who? No, I can't remember. Leah rolled up Dakota for the win, but it was Io was the legal person in the ring, if I'm not mistaken, because there was like I think Dakota tweeted Triple H after he congratulated Raquel and Aaliyah for their win, and then Dakota retweeted it and said, "Hey boss, we have to talk," meaning like I was the one that they pinned the wrong.
That's fun. That's really fun actually. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that kind of saves a little bit. And like I said, I'm not. I just don't like the Triple H bashing.
No.
Get that guy get him out of this position. It's like
Calm down.
Remove him now. Come on. It's like he has to do a lot worse than a women's tag team match. Not that it's not important, but like he has to do a lot worse than that to be fired for something. Like, I mean, it took Vince McMahon to be do some illegal stuff to get fired. I mean, Triple H is gonna have to literally commit the most heinous act in history to get fired from that position, and him messing up a booking for a women's tag match isn't going to be one of them. So, I mean, I like it. I like to see where the story goes. There's many different avenues they can go down as well with this. I mean, you still have Bayley too. That's the other factor you're forgetting about. Bayley's still in that. She's still the head of that crew. So, I mean, if anything, Bayley's not going to let that fall to the wayside. There's still going to be a premier act or gimmick within that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, don't worry, fans. They'll get back. They'll get back on their feet, just like the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Look, we'll talk about that in a little bit, actually. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I need them to build the women's tag division a little bit better too.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff here, I mean, they tried their best. A lot of it got snake bitten. It looks like, but I think they need to do better somehow.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. So, let's see. What do we want to do? We want to go ahead and go into the Clash talk here.
Let's do some Clash.
All right, let's go. Clash at the Castle.
Makes you miss those old Vince intros.
SummerSlam. Well, let's keep diving right into. We'll do our predictions, and we're going to keep diving into the women's scene here. Let's talk about this match right here. We got 6-woman 6-woman tag match. We got Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka going up against Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. I'll start this one off here. What I'm kind of seeing real quick on this, obviously, I think, with the loss, I mean, I was kind of thinking this before, to be honest with you. So it wasn't necessarily the loss that did it, but with Sky Kai losing and you have the returning Bayley, you got to push her pretty hard. I'm gonna have Bayley and Sky and Kai take this one.
Yep.
And actually, we have a bonus question on this. Who's going to pin and who's going to take the pinfall. I'm going to go a little outside of the box on this one. I'm going to go Dakota Kai is going. So Bayley and friends are going to win. So Dakota Kai is going to get the pin, and she's going to be pinning Alexa Bliss. That's my pick. Marco, what you got?
I'm gonna go with the newly formed Control. I think that's what their name is.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna, like I said, this loss on Monday, I don't think really it doesn't set them back at all. I mean, they said Bayley still, this is now it's a six person tag match. We have Bayley in this mix, so they're definitely gonna pull the win. I'm gonna go just because. I'm assuming they're gonna feud at some point. I'm gonna go Bayley pinning Bianca.
The Samoan Bulldozer.
Yeah.
Bianca.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that because I think that would be a shock. Because when's the last time Bianca Belair has been pinned?
Yeah.
And I think it's not for a title. So
right.
Obviously, it's just bragging rights essentially. So. What better way to bring back Bayley in that forefront than to pin the Raw Women's Champion?
Yeah.
Have that over her head. Call her a loser and ding dong and all that.
Ding dong.
You're a loser. I pinned you. Ha ha. All that stuff. Can't wait.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I kind of got, Dakota because maybe to kind of help elevate them back up again,
yeah, I can see that.
And I kind of see out of the two, I kind of see Dakota as the favorite, so to speak.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know, and I could be completely wrong on that, but
the numbers don't lie.
I can see it. No, I mean, I agree with you on that one.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes about that. All right. So our next match here. Let's see what do we got. Let's go with the Intercontinental match. Not that one. Sorry, in the Intercontinental match. Walter. Excuse me. Not Walter. Gunther. I can't stop calling him Walter for some reason.
He's always Walter.
I know. It's I have to stop and think about it. Gunther taking on Sheamus. It's gonna be a barn burner. So what do you got on this match here?
Man, it's Gunther all day, dude. And this is and I'm not anything against Sheamus, but Gunther's it's his time. We're actually going to see the IC title on a premium live event being defended, that goes to show you right there that he is the guy,
right,
to do it. I mean, he's the one that brought it back to its glory. So
that's a great thing. I'm going to try to look up. Keep talking. I'm going to try to see when last time Intercontinental Championship was delivered.
It's probably been a while, but I'm definitely going to go with Gunther, only because he's on a roll right now. It definitely is going to be a brutal, shoot fight. I can guarantee that. They're going to slap the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to hammer. It's going to be. I think I said last week it's going to be my match of the night. I'm probably going to stick with that and say this is going to be my prediction of match of the night for me anyway. Because I mean, Sheamus is always. That's another thing. Much like Miz. I'm not comparing them in styles, but much like Miz, man. You put Sheamus in the ring with somebody, dude. That match is gonna be fucking killer. Like he needs to get more credit than what he's getting. I mean, he's obviously he is getting like those matches and marquee matches and all that stuff. He's getting put in different programs, but that dude fucking delivers every time he put in the ring. I don't think it's said enough about Sheamus.
Yeah, he's a good he's a good 5-tool player. I mean,
Yeah, man.
you can put him in any spot and he'll get the job done.
You can open, you can main event with him, you can fucking put him in the mid card, and he's that's one of those dudes that you can put him in any, like you said, any position. Just like the Miz, you can put him as an opener, a mid card, or a main event, and it's gonna be gold, dude. I mean, there's not many people like that in that company. If you think about it, we might have to be like a segment where we go over that. Who's that like you said, 5-tool player that they have on that roster? Because I bet you there's not that many. Probably you can count them all in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking up. I can't. There was real quick. I don't know exactly when the last time it was defended on a premium event, but the last time it changed hands on a pay-per-view was WrestleMania 37, which was the first WrestleMania, the first time we had fans back in any kind of arena. That's how long ago. Night 2, almost.
Oh man,
almost 2 years ago. So, yeah.
2 years, a long ass time, dude.
Yeah, it was Big E versus Apollo Crews in the barn burner Nigerian drum fight.
That's right. Yeah. Ugh. Forgot about that.
Yeah. No, we all did.
Yeah.
For good reason. So real quick, over or under 10 chops coming from Gunther.
I feel like I have to go over.
Okay.
Over 10, because I just have a feeling they're gonna slap the shit out of each other.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I didn't go over. I totally forgot to go over Psycho Sid Sorelli's picks as well.
Let's run it back.
Let me run that back real quick. So he has Team Bailey, and he has Bailey pinning Bianca as well. Too,
okay. So. All right, Anthony.
Yeah. So he has Gunther, and he says also over. And I also am going to have Gunther and also over. So that bonus question is thrown out.
Yeah. No.
We'll throw it out. Oh, boy. But, yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be definitely going to be the most physical match on the card.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
I'm very, very, it's very intriguing to see what happens. Let's see. Go with one more match before we head over. Anthony's missing a card match on here, I believe. Let's just go with this one right here. Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
Man, this is where the shenanigans come into play, I think. This is where the story unfolds a lot more. I'm going with Judgment Day to win this. Are we doing who's going to pin who?
Yeah. No. Actually, we should have done that. Actually, maybe we'll do that off air. We'll just in case. Go ahead, give it to me, and then I'll ask what Anthony's is.
I think I'm gonna go with Finn pinning Edge.
So we got Judgment Day
winning for me,
and Finn pinning Edge.
I think this is where you see.
So
Dominic.
Clean. It's gonna be clean.
No,
not that it really matters. Okay.
No, it's gonna be shenanigans.
Okay.
You obviously have Rhea on the outside. You're gonna have Rhea and you have Dominic playing those outside roles. And I think this is where Dominic makes the switch, dude.
I'm right there with you. Actually, I believe he will too. I think it's definitely gonna be Judgment Day. Yeah, I'm gonna go Finn pinning Ray.
Yeah, we can see that.
I'm gonna go Finn pinning Ray, and then maybe that'll open up.
At the hands of Mysterio, Dominic
Right,
taking his
right,
father out and making him lose.
right.
Possibility.
Definitely some shenanigans are gonna happen. Trying to get this typed out here. So
it's it. I'm just going by what happened on Monday, man.
yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but some interesting turnouts. Dominic, of course, is going to be there ringside.
Yep. As well as Rhea. Rhea will be there ringside.
Right. Rhea will be there. Yeah. So
the irresistible force.
Look. I'll say this right now. I've been very critical of Judgment Day. If it comes about where Dominic joins, they win and do all this. I'm still not happy with the way they got there, but I may get back on the train of Judgment Day.
Yeah, because that makes it more intriguing,
right?
With Dominic as a member of Judgment Day.
But here's the thing: if they lose this match,
yeah, they might be done.
And there's nothing in Dominic. Even if they lose this match, honestly, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm tapping out.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with them for a little bit after this match if they do lose. But I agree with you. I could see why people would jump off if they lost this match. I mean, it hurts their credibility like really, really bad if they do lose. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I enjoy destroying lives.
I just wanted to throw that one out there.
Yeah, he actually does.
He does. He does. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Let's head over to some comments here. So we've got Chad in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share this with your friends. Like the video. Help us grow this thing. We're growing leaps and bounds. Now's the time to hop on the train right now. So you want to say you were one of the first to be a part of this. Let's see, King Mindu. We got ever since Bailey said Dakota Sky was down. Okay, yeah. All right. Calm down, dude. Let's see. Tyson's got he's got Control for the win. Bailey pinning Alexa. Okay.
Okay. I can see
Tyson and he's got Gunther and Overton. Yeah, good job there. And then we got Judgment Day will win due to Dominic turn heel. Finn pin Ray. Attaboy.
Oh, come on, Tyson. Damn it.
And then let's see, we got Dom wanting to be Dom. All right, Tyson, count down.
Yeah. Pump the brakes, kid. Pump the brakes.
I've seen your Twitter, pal. Pal.
It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show, pal. Anyways, all right, let's let's head over to some Monday Night Raw.
Who won the week?
All right, Monday Night, or actually, I'm sorry, let's say Monday Night Raw. Let's go with SmackDown because SmackDown was first.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this badass steal right here.
Oh,
if you listen to podcast version, obviously you can't see it, but man, this was awesome right here. So.
Dude.
The end of SmackDown, we see Roman completely dominate Roman, and then the Bloodline dominated Drew, and you have the ones behind, they're all holding up the ones, Sami Zayn and the Usos. I love that graphic there, or that steal, excuse me. Talk about that.
The honorary Us. Sami Zayn just standing proud with his bloodline brothers at the other match with the ones. And you know what? What's perfect about this, dude? Like I know like Paul Heyman hasn't been on TV. Guy definitely deserves a vacation or wherever he is. If he's just chilling out, The best thing they could have done was fucking stick Sami Zayn with the Bloodline in Paul Heyman's absence, dude. Like, if that's one thing that I know Paul Heyman has a part of in that storyline, or if he's actually writing that story now with it, it's fucking putting Sami Zayn, dude. If you've seen those like talking smacks back in the day where they had like they did those like after shows where they had like the Paul Heyman and what's her name, Kayla Braxton, right? Yeah,
right, yeah,
yeah. When they would have them two doing the show, Sami's like the interaction between Sami Zayn and fucking Paul Heyman was some of the best thing that they've ever done. So like just having Sami Zayn like play that kind of like he's almost like he's like the council light, like head of the council light almost. Like he just plays that role so perfect, dude.
right.
But and also he has those conflicts where it's like, his buddy's kind of involved with it now, like, Roman's like, hey, tell Kevin Owens I don't know of anything. And it's like Kevin Owens is like his like childhood friend, dude. Like they were at each other's weddings. I mean, well, he was the best man in Kevin Owens' wedding. He's like his kids call Sami Zayn uncle, and then we've seen it on we're talking about SmackDown, but we see what happened on Raw when when that time came. He sided with his brother, but yeah, man, that's just that image at the end was awesome, dude. Like it was like almost that culmination of like Sami Zayn finally being accepted into the Bloodline. I'm just saying, showing up for once.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right on that.
It was good.
And we'll get into your pick.
Is it Jimmy or Jay? Is it Jimmy that's always like angry at Sammy?
Jay.
Dude, Jay needs to calm down, dude. They are right. That dude's like
mad.
0 to 100 and
he is not a Sammy fan.
No, he isn't.
Is not a Sammy fan at all.
He hates
Jesus. I hate your guts. Actually, this is more like it's
enough to get me to the boiling point. Yeah.
That's definitely Jay when he sees fucking Sami Zayn.
and then you got Sammy going.
What's with you, guy? Like, what's wrong with this guy?
No, so we'll get into your pick here in a little bit, for this weekend with Roman and Drew. But did this, and this can be kind of a simple question, so it doesn't, show your hand. But did this influence at all a change in your pick?
Yeah, this was it didn't really. I mean, it did kind of influence it a little bit, only because, man, I don't know. We'll get into the picks later, but
yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Kind of influenced it. Yeah, I was all on one person's train, and then I kind of jumped off and jumped on the other train. But then after this, I'm like,
not sure. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get into it a little bit here. But it's very good segment. Honestly, probably the best segment of the night. We can talk about this too real quick. Sheamus and Gunther kind of face off.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good stuff there. And we kind of already talked about the match, but it really added that intensity a little bit to the match. Yeah. So was there anything in particular? I guess one thing I was impressed is, we haven't really seen Gunther kind of showing off those kind of skills yet. What did you think of how Gunther did in this situation?
I think you did great. I think you did awesome, man. The other thing too, it's kind of hard, with Sheamus, making Sheamus look small. I mean, Sheamus is he's like the same. Most of the time, Gunther's the kind of like the giant in the ring, or he has that presence. But obviously, he's standing in the ring with fucking Sheamus. It's a little bit of a different story. But I like that. I like that whole presentation. I did like. Did you see the? I think it was like a dark match or something where they had Pete Dunne. Well,
right.
Dunne,
Yes.
Was actually wearing his
His bruiserweight.
His bruiserweight gear. So
yeah,
maybe we'll see Pete Dunne return. Maybe
he'll be Butch Dunne.
Oh, that's a good action. Maybe he'll be Pete Butch Dunne. That'll be his middle name.
Butch is done, pal.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, I like that whole segment, dude. I just wish it was more. I wish what's his name? What's the other Imperium dude's name? He's on NXT now.
It's like Vinci or something.
Yeah, Vinny, whatever his name is. But I wish he was a part of it, so they
I
can
wish
kind of have
so,
that 3-on-3 deal.
Hey, we're kind of going for a little resemblance of Hitler here. Let's throw in the Italian guy in there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Let's get all the axis. Let's get all the axis of evil in there.
Oh my god!
All we're missing is some Kai action. We're really rolling.
Get Akira Tozawa in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh
Jeez,
my god!
Jesus,
we're canceled.
Yeah, we're canceled. Sorry. All right. Well, actually, if you watch the Long Balls, we're still here. So
yeah,
because of course
True.
Hawk went off the rails this week. As
oh
always.
my god, hockey!
Check that out.
Can't cut it alone.
Nope, that's not good.
You're not a one-man show, pal.
Nope. Real quick before we there's one thing I wanted to talk about real quick before we go back to our picks, and then I'm going to go ahead real quick and jump into Raw real quick. I want to talk about this promo right here.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby. Matt Riddle going up against Seth Rollins. Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say right now is wow.
PG. Hey, what happened to the no more PG era, huh?
I mean, is it TV 14 last night?
I don't know. I mean, they were saying they were dropping F's and
they dropped an F-er. I mean, a big F-er.
He said, "I'm not going to beat you up. I'm going to F you up."
Yeah,
they bleeped it out.
Right, they bleeped it out. Yeah,
call him a bitch
it's
like
fun.
that. He put a real
bitch ass.
On.
He said bitch ass.
Yeah. He looked super serious. He looked pretty serious too when he said it. But that gave me Do you if you follow MMA, it was like that. It reminded me of the John Jones, Daniel Cormier.
Yeah,
the cameras went off. That's legit. Like it gave me those vibes. It was actually really they did a really good job with that.
That's a good call. So first of all, AEW, you need to sit back and take some notes on this situation, right? That they did. All right, they started off showing an altercation in the parking lot.
Yep.
Right. A little brawl ensued. The referees came out, pushed them off away. Blah 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 blah. Then, of course, now they can't be in the same room with each other because there's just too much animosity.
Yep. Beautifully done.
Like this, like I was okay. All right, this would be a cool match. Now it's like raise the stakes for me, right?
Yep.
And then of course they do your normal kind of sit down interview. They've done that kind of in the past. Where Graves kind of sat them down, and I can't remember exactly the line that Riddle used, but it was something like I guess Becky is the man in the relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
Which that's the second time of the night they referenced the woman wearing the pants in the relationship. I was like, whatever. But it worked, right?
Yeah.
It worked, especially as the main character. So, of course, Seth did a great job because you could see his face change. He was doing the little evil laugh, like, and then that changed, and he was pissed. So they come back from commercial, of course, and basically we got Seth talking trash about real life trash about how his estranged wife took his kids, and was like, well, I can see why your wife divorced you and took your kids, pal. And that caused I think he muted. I think that caused Riddle to go off. So
yeah, man, can't wait to kick his bitch ass.
Yeah, you dropped
Dude.
all kind of language there.
The real life, even if you remember, they actually didn't like each other a few years
Right.
back. Like there was like that thing with Riddle's wife at the time said something about Becky Lynch or some shit like that, and that caused some shit. And then there was that weird thing that happened at Survivor Series when Seth pretty much didn't want to do the match with he didn't want to do the job with Riddle. Remember, they were on opposite Survivor Series team, and he's kind of sacrificed himself to be pinned first. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was all in conjunction with that whole thing.
Right.
So I mean, it is good that that they kind of made amends, hopefully behind the scenes, and they're able to use this as a thing. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, there is still. I mean, you can tell like you said that just a face change. Even that when they showed that we just caught some behind the scenes stuff. Like even Seth Rollins was super serious. He wasn't doing that Seth freaking Rollins gimmick and cackling and all that shit. He was serious I'm gonna kick the shit.
He got pissed.
yeah, he was serious. And then
he found that inner hatred for him,
Yeah, he probably just remembered. Oh, he really said that shit about my wife. All right, I just fucking turned it on. But yeah, dude. I mean that kind of hurt Riddle. I mean, if I'm Riddle, dude, I'd probably want to kick the shit out of him for saying that as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it is public knowledge that did happen,
right.
but I mean, a lot of people.
There's a lot of information that came out today.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, imagine if what came out today came out yesterday before Raw. Dude, how crazy would
he
that
just
be?
he just puts his phone up to the thing.
But then at the same time, I mean, from what he said, you really can't. Nowadays, you really. Yeah, the stuff that came out. That came out today.
No.
If he, that's his thing. You can't make it fun of him for that.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't make it fun of him for that. And even I'll talk about it a little bit. Even the person that leaked it was kind of going people were just like, oh, why would you do this? This is why would you leak this? And kind of her response was I'm trying to protect people from. It's what are you protecting? Because I mean, it seemed like he just
blasted his.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's more like just putting his private life out
you
there.
put his personal life out. It's not like you're protecting. You pretty much just you didn't ruin his career or anything like that. You just kind of outed him as
as whatever he is.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes his let's say he likes a buffet. We'll just put it like that. Well, he likes when it comes to relations, he's a buffet type of guy. He likes to pick from.
I'm going to quote a line from Superbad. You know what kind of dick shaped foods are best out there? The best kind. That's what.
Oh man! I mean, if they're on SmackDown this week, which I hope they are, hopefully it gets referenced.
All right, man. Good for him, man. He likes it all, so whatever.
I mean, like I said, he's a buffet dude. He likes everything. Yeah, a la carte, as they like to say.
Like Jerry Seinfeld says, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no, exactly. So. I mean, that's it's Riddle, dude. I mean,
yeah,
it's whatever.
Well,
I respect him. I respect him for that.
We'll get into some more Clash talk real quick, and let's head over to that match. We got Seth Rollins versus Matthew Riddle. As he's called. I believe that's what he's now called. Matthew. He's the Matthew guy. This is a toughie here.
Yeah.
They've never gone 1-on-1. Of course, Seth injured him.
Yeah.
What you got?
Oh man, yeah, this is tough. I mean, I want to go with Rollins because I feel like he can't take another loss. But at the same time, I feel like this feud is just beginning because it's their first match. So I feel like there's going to be more matches to come. Man. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm just going to go with Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Going with Seth Rollins. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Seth. I mean.
All right.
He's determined to ruin his life.
Will there be any type of weapons involved?
Is it like a no holds barred or anything?
I think it's a straight up match as of right now. But that don't mean there's shenanigans that can be involved. You know?
True. Maybe let's see. Maybe a chair. I could see.
So you saying you're gonna get a weapon then?
There might be a weapon there. Yeah, I'll say there's a weapon.
All right. So Rollins with the weapon. Rollins with the weapon.
If you notice, they didn't title him Seth freaking Rollins either. It was just Seth Rollins,
Right.
on the thing. So maybe they get rid of that freaking.
Well, he did mention himself as freaking Seth.
Oh, he did.
Rollins. Yeah.
Maybe they're just gonna stop writing it.
Riddle, Psycho Sid Sorelli, he's got Rollins as well too, but he's saying no weapons.
Okay.
So no weapons. And I forgot to mention too. I'll have to get his pick for the pinfall, but he also has Judgment Day winning as well too.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's all. So, as far as what I think on this match, like you said, I think this is the first match of many. And Seth has been getting himself plenty over, so to speak, by continuously injuring Riddle, getting him, you obviously injured him. They couldn't do the SummerSlam match. Then you had the call out where he called him out in SummerSlam, right? And then he got it over on him again. So technically, he's got the wins on Riddle, So even though Rollins has been on a losing streak on the premium live events, I think Riddle's going to take this, and I'm going to say no weapons though. So my pick is Riddle, no weapons. So that takes care of that match. Let's see. We've got one more. We've got two championship matches actually left. Let's head over to this one here real quick. Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I believe this is Shayna's first championship match since the pandemic WrestleMania. It's been quite some time. And she's been kind of white hot here, so they've been definitely building her up. Yeah. Interesting build. Not my favorite, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it's been a little confusing with Liv. The crowd seems to be kind of turning on her for some reason. I don't, and I think we kind of discussed it a few weeks back, but I think it's a lot of it is because just the way that SummerSlam match ended. Maybe it wasn't the best way, but man, I think we're gonna get a new champ here.
What?
I think Shayna Baszler is gonna defeat Liv Morgan.
Whoa!
Yeah, is that a little bit of a hot take?
That's a hot take, dude. For me, anyway.
Okay, well.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
I need some explanations.
Well, I think they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board with Liv, and I'm not, and it's nothing that she's doing wrong necessarily. I just think it's I think it's some booking errors, and I think they kind of realize that, and I think it would be honestly, I think you could have a good badass, face version of Shayna Baszler here, where you could have a match with Ronda Rousey coming up at some point. Really get Shayna's gears moving there towards either Royal Rumble or something like that, and maybe Ronda gets the title back, and she's sitting as champion, around that time. Potentially, that's kind of what I was saying. Instead of her chasing the title, she is the champion. But I think now's the time to put the title on Shayna. She's overdue. So,
yeah, long other day she debuted and bit Becky's neck Blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Right. Jesus, I forgot about
days when
that.
she debuted as a vampire. This one's an interesting, like you said, it's very interesting. I was actually listening to Road Dogg's podcast.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. But they actually, the episode was about WrestleMania 30 because obviously he along with Billy Gunn defended the tag team titles against the Usos, and the Usos won and all that stuff, I believe. But they also spoke about Daniel Bryan at the time because he was Road Dogg was kind of behind the scenes at that sense too. He was on screen and off screen as well. And his take on it was, which is a very interesting take, is he thinks that Daniel Bryan should not have won at WrestleMania 30. And I kind of agree with them on it. It was the underdog story. It was like, yes, we got to this, we got like the whole story where like, you got him into this, like, this is exactly what Liv's going through right now. It was basically like, the fans are behind you, which was all manufactured essentially. Fans are behind you, we got to get him to the dance. He's been long overdue. Get him to the dance. Boom, gets to the pay-per-view at the time. Beats Triple H. Yes, he's going to make it. Then you get to the main event, and it's like, oh my God, is he going to do it? And then he comes up short. And then you continue the story on, which makes total sense. I never even thought of that because he said the thing is, you get the guy to the point where he wins. What's the story after?
Right.
Where does this person go? And I think the same thing is happening with Liv. It's like, oh, the fans are behind her. Oh yeah, we want her to win a title. She fails so many times that she gets to that point, cashes in, wins.
It's like a checklist for the fans, basically.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
so now,
done.
Yep. So now you go,
Move on.
oh man, it's a pinnacle. She won. Now what happens? What's the story? What's the story after she wins?
So you think that's why she's getting the booze?
Yeah, I think so. There was nothing after the win. There was no like. I think it was just like to appease the fans and create moments because that's what Vince McMahon's thing was. A lot of people say like the good thing about Triple H is he's a storyline guy. He's not a moments guy. Of course, there are going to be moments that are happening during the storylines, but he doesn't rely on the moments. He's more of the wins and losses within the storyline and stuff. Where Vince was more I'm going to create this moment. That's where. I think that's where she falls. That's where like the fans turn on her. There was just like there was nothing afterwards. There was just no storyline after she won. Like
We'll make movies.
And movies have to have an ending, and if you don't write the ending, the movie's shit, right?
Yeah.
You can watch a whole movie, but then if the ending sucks, you're like, oh, that was a waste. And this is pretty much what's happening with Liv. It looks like it was like a great movie, and then the ending sucked. So yeah, you might be right. You might be right about them putting the reset button on.
So did I convince you to switch to the Shayna side?
Because my thing is, you have Charlotte in the shadows still too. She has to be returning at some point. And if you have Charlotte returning, do you have her return and try to take her title back from Shayna Baszler, or do you have her come back and take it from Liv?
I think they need to keep Charlotte, keep her away from the title. And the reason why I say that is because that's all she does. She just keeps running towards the title. It's just boring.
Put her in the mid card for now.
Well, not even that. Just give her a good story to a good blood feud with somebody, with Ronda or something. I don't know. They're both not champion. I don't know.
Man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Liv. I'm gonna go.
Marco loses the championship.
I don't know. I don't think they're taking it away from her right now.
I'll tell you what. The way this is panning out, all right. We're it's kind of close, but towards the end here, it's going to either be like me with a squash bro, or according to Anthony's picks, or or I'm gonna get squashed, bro. That's what's gonna end up happening. But yeah,
I gotta play it safe. I think. I don't know.
see, I've been playing it safe too long. I'm here to live. I'm here to
Shake things up.
It's time to shake things up. Where's the damn drop at? I don't know where it's at.
It's time.
There we go.
It's time to shake things up around here.
Jesus. Anyways, yeah. So that's gonna be an interesting match. And there's another reason why I think the title change has to do with the main event. Main event of Clash at the Castle. If I can find the damn thing here. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. This has been built pretty much all summer long, to some degree, basically. You know, of course, those two faced off in a 6-man tag match. What was that? Backlash with Riddle and Orton. And Drew going up against the Bloodline. And then really things got kicked off, with this with that number one contenders match with Sheamus and Drew right before SummerSlam. Marco, what's your thoughts on this?
Man, I was all for Drew McIntyre winning this because the first premium live event in 30 years since SummerSlam, and damn, I mean the build, the video packages for Drew McIntyre and all this stuff, and we seen it happen on Monday. It looked like this tag team was going to win the tag team championships, and then what happened? It was a swerve, bro. I think the Reigns train is rolling through again, man.
Acknowledge me.
I mean, they're not fooling me with this scaled back schedule. He's still going to be there. He's just not going to be on TV. He'll make appearances here. He'll be at the premium live events. He'll be at, Survivor Series. He'll be at any special, live events that they have, between then. But it's looking like it has to be looking. The only person that should take the titles off of Roman Reigns, and I was kind of not convinced of this, even though I'm a mark for this guy, is fucking Cody Rhodes, dude. He's the only one, I think, is like with the storyline and the build to take with the, Roman Reigns having that privileged bloodline,
Is everyone here a wrestling fan or sports entertainment?
Like it just writes itself. Like the son of the plumber.
Son of the plumber, baby.
The middle class guy, the middle class family that had to work their way into the wrestling business versus the guy that had his family that had that name given to him, that had that bloodline and that privilege handed to him for him to be great. Like I don't see him losing the title so fucking Cody Rhodes coming back. That's I think he's well over 1,000 days as a champion. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know, man. I just don't. And there was this whole thing with they're going to split the belts, and Karrion Kross was going to get one, and Drew Mac. There was no signs of that. The pay-per-views. The premium live events this Saturday. There's no triple threat happening. What's probably going to happen is fucking Karrion Kross is going to make Drew Mac cause him to lose the titles, and then they're going to feud while
Which will be an excellent feud, by the way.
Which will be it'll be an awesome feud. And then that'll build up these two guys for when Roman does come back into the picture. Now, you have Drew McIntyre, who built kind of Karrion Kross as this badass dude. And, Roman Reigns got the TikTok already with the hourglass and all that stuff. So that's definitely happening. That's in the mix.
At some point, yeah.
Those are the three guys that are going to be, fighting for those titles. Roman Reigns is just going to he's just gonna win. It's like I said, Cody's the one to do it, man. And
that's the bottom line.
And if you have enough people, I think pretty much the only thing that everyone agrees on on Twitter and social media is that Cody Rhodes should be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, just because the story itself. And I think that's what's probably going to happen. So
Well,
long-winded, but Roman Reigns wins.
let me get to Anthony's pick. Anthony,
He picked Drew. I know he did.
he picked Drew McIntyre.
I know he did.
What a fucking
He's
mark.
gullible.
What a fucking mark.
You know, he got fooled by all the videos and the
Now, all right, now. So, yeah. So here's the thing. There was a lot of a big part of me, especially even last week. All right. That kind of now to start this off, and I actually said this. I was like, Drew's not winning, ain't happening, whatever. When they announced this NXT Europe thing, that made me go, okay, we're in Europe. Drew's, of course, from Europe. This could be a possibility. The way that they've kind of built, and look, they've done a fantastic job building Drew here. Made him into a very, very credible threat. Probably one of the most credible threat that we've seen out of this Roman, the Roman era, the Roman verse, as they call it, right? Very, very credible. I mean, maybe besides Brock, but very, 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 very well done. But what made me really question was basically kind of Friday night, and that's why I posed that question earlier to you. I mean, they just laid them out. I mean, and the second thing is we're about to celebrate the 2-year anniversary, which actually it's today, 2-year anniversary of Roman winning the Universal title. I just feel like, and this is also why I went with Shayna. We still we do need a title change because we didn't get one in SummerSlam. I think we need a title change. It's not going to be here. I think it's going to be Roman. I just think that Roman Reigns is just rolling, and honestly, like I'm still going with my gut. This train's rolling until WrestleMania 40, pal. We're going to Philadelphia. That's how long we're going.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think we're going all the way to Philadelphia. We're not stopping in Hollywood. We're trucking all the way to Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely not losing in Hollywood. If the Hollywood match is going to be a non-title and it's going to be against The Rock, it's just going to be like a fight to see who the real head of the table, the head of the family is.
Yeah, I think they want. First of all, they love everybody they love the numbers, right? Right. They love talking about the numbers, and whether it's title reigns or whatever that may be, but I think they're going to try to get to 1,000, and so they're at 730 right now. Means he has to hang on to it for another year, right? Yeah, basically. So yeah, we'll be a little bit less than a year. I mean, maybe he'll drop it at SummerSlam next year. Maybe, depending on when that is.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. I think this train's rolling. It's rolling all the way to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I remember the days when Kenny Omega had the AEW championship and they had this this like thing with Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega and who's the more dominant champion. I mean, thanks so much. I think that question's answered
somewhere. So I remember actually. So I think it was y'all talked about it on Jim Foley. I was listening to that podcast, very hungover on my bachelor party the next day. I'm just like, I can't process this question right now. I was super hungover at the time, but it was a very, very interesting question. And honestly, if we look at it, I think AEW suffered since Kenny's dropped the belt. So
yeah, the dudes, and Roman Reigns is a fucking star, dude.
Yeah,
the presentation, like alone, is fucking like just looking at him, like great looking guy. Obviously, like if you were to build a wrestler, it's fucking Roman Reigns. Like him and obviously Randy Orton too. I put him in that category. But if you were to build like a modern era wrestler, right? He's not super jacked. He's a big dude, but he's not like Hulk Hogan huge or anything like that. He's not, he's like kind of like the Rock's build. He has the look. I mean, like I said, the presentation, the walk to the ring, the mic, like he's just, you can't take the belt off him just yet. You need someone of that quality, which would be a Drew McIntyre. Like Drew McIntyre does, he has the build, has the look, the long hair, all that stuff, has the mic skills. But man, you definitely need somebody to take that. Like they put such a precedent on, his presentation that the next person that defeats him has to have that same star quality. I think anyway, or on the rise to that star quality.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I think it's you're looking at like you said, Cody or maybe even a Riddle down the line.
Yeah. I mean, Riddle.
They got some work
today.
Well,
we'll
good
see.
point. Fair point. But because he did say that at one point that if he gets fired from WWE, he's going to be doing porn. But whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it has to be like a Cody or like something like that. Like he has that presentation. He has the mic skills. He has, he's
got the adrenaline. He's got the adrenaline in his soul.
Yep. Yep. True. He has.
It's time to rock and roll. The adrenaline's in my soul.
Style Grace.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Roman's he's the modern era champion, dude, for wrestling. I mean, in any organization, he said it on SmackDown at the end. He said this is his industry. He didn't say this is his company. He said this is his industry. Meaning he's a champion of AEW. He's a champion of NJPW. He's a champion of Impact and GCW and everybody. He's the champion of all of professional wrestling and sports entertainment.
Yep.
I mean, and who's going to say no to that?
So let's go. Let's look at some of Tyson's picks here. Tyson's still in chat. He's got Riddle for the win. No weapons. He's got Liv is retaining.
See, right. Good man, Tyson.
He says, "What if Ronda shows up and interfere but costs Shayna?"
That's a possibility.
Maybe, but yeah. And then he's got Drew taking it.
He's being
Drew's taking out of time. So say goodbye.
Tyson, you're being fooled by those video packages, bro.
Yeah, well, I think Tyson's been hitting the.
Clean up that Twitter, pal.
Clean up that Twitter, pal. Jeez. All right. Let's finish off what happened on the week.
Who won the week?
Oh boy,
dude, these Anthony-less shows are fun as hell.
Yeah, because I'm a great host. I'm the best host around here. Okay,
Anthony's a killjoy.
Yeah, he's boring. All right, so let's talk about the rest of Monday Night Raw real quick. We got some Lashley and Miz stuff to talk about here. I actually put this in the Chick Foley show, the Facebook group last night. I'm starting to dig this Miz Ciampa pairing. I think it's pretty. It's been pretty fun, and eventually, of course, you'll probably see him blow up. It's fine, but I know it's been pretty entertaining. What's your kind of thoughts on the not only the pairing, but this rivalry that's been going on between Ciampa, Lashley, and Miz?
I like it,
and Dexter Lumis now. Excuse me.
Yeah, I love the Dexter Lumis thing where they're walking in the back, and Dexter Lumis was standing there, and then he turns around with the security guard there instead. That was pretty cool. Right. Dexter Lumis in the stands, just staring. I'm intrigued and interested to see where the storyline goes. Why is Dexter Lumis? Why is he targeting Miz? Like, what is? Are we gonna get a home thing where he shows up at the what do they call it? Marmiz
Lounge, whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna show up and terrorize the family. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But
The time is drawing near.
I love Bobby Lashley, dude. I mean, he's killing it right now as the champion of Raw, dude. Like I look at him as, like, the main guy, even though they don't have like the world title on there. United States championship is every bit as important as any one of those titles now. And I am excited that if he does hold that title, that we're gonna see Gunther and fucking Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of each other at Survivor Series if they continue the brand supremacy thing. So that's gonna be an amazing match. But yeah, no, Bobby Lashley's killing it. I think we've given Miz so much praise. Like, he's been killing it, dude. I love Ciampa. I just like seeing Ciampa on TV.
Yeah,
and he's great on the mic too. He can hold his own. He doesn't need Miz to cut promos for him or anything like that. I just love that whole pairing, dude. I'm kind of interested to see where is Bobby Lashley the one that hired Dexter Lumis to terrorize the Miz? I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah,
we don't know this. I don't know, but I'm interested, man. I'm interested.
Maybe
to see where this goes.
Maybe it was the boogeyman. I'm the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you.
But yeah, he did get arrested. If you watched NXT last week, Dexter Lumis, it looks like he did break out of jail to terrorize the Miz. So
good for him.
I mean, he is determined. That's one thing you want. You definitely want a determined superstar on your roster. So that's Dexter Lumis for you. But yeah, man, like I said, they're killing it with the mid card stuff on Raw.
Yeah, they really are. Now, I talked about this last week. How they debuted Gargano.
Oh man.
and this is not on our show format, but it hit me all of a sudden. And if you listen to the debate, all right, you had Chad, you had Mullet.mania, you had Sneed, you had Tom. They all agreed with me. It was shit. Okay. And they continued the shit train by having a sit-down interview in an empty arena. So here we go. We got Gargano, who is being introduced to fans. We start him off cold. And what do we do the next week? We keep him away from the fans. And I don't know. I think I was right about that.
No.
No.
I mean, yeah, I listened to the debate too. I mean, I wish needs some pushback on that show. We can't have everyone just agreeing with everybody. Not just say agree with you. Like you gotta have a devil's advocate in there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, they're probably very upset that he didn't sign with AEW. That's what I'm going to take it as. I don't think they believe what they said.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't care where he goes personally. I mean,
no, I think a lot of people thought he was going to sign with AEW. Like he was going to show up at fucking All Out or some shit, or he's supposed to show up at that Cleveland show. There's a lot of people out there going, "Oh my god, he's going to say he hasn't signed yet. We haven't heard anything," and then he shows up on WWE. He's like, "Oh, he sucks. Oh, that thing's whatever. His return sucked. It was awful." But a week before, he was the fucking greatest wrestler in the world. Like everyone wanted him on their roster, but then he shows up on Raw, and everyone hates.
Well, it's not him. It's still how they presented him. It has nothing to do with him.
True.
It's how they presented him. That was my problem. I mean, he's just very generic.
I mean, he is. That's the thing. He's generic. He's not a big star to me, anyway. He's just like a fucking regular wrestling dude. Like he's not like
regular wrestling dude.
I don't think he deserves a fucking big grand fucking entrance.
Wow. Hold on now. Hold on.
Is that a hot take?
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
I think that's a semi-hot take. Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't deserve. He deserves a fucking cold, fucking debut. He's not like he's not an attraction. He's not selling out, or he's not a main event guy selling out arenas.
So Hit Row is more of an attraction than him.
No, they're a fucking cold thing too.
least they got thrown into a storyline. There was a reason why he was there.
I mean, he got thrown into a storyline with fucking Theory.
Yeah, after there was no reason for him to be there. Then there was like, oh, where you been, pal? I haven't seen you in the back and catering all day, but oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, no, they're both cold. They both deserve both of those fucking entrances don't deserve fucking grand entrances. Hit Row's not a hit Row without fucking Swerve anyway. So
Right.
if they then if Swerve was there and they showed up cold like that, then I'd be totally opposite of that. But both are like mid card gimmicks. Not really. I mean, see, for NXT he's a main eventer. For the main roster, he's a cold presentation. Like he doesn't. It's not like fucking Cody Rhodes returning and you get this big grandiose entrance. Like he's not on that level to get that type of
I think he's
anyway.
I think he's no vignettes, no nothing. Like I mean,
yeah. I mean they could have did a little bit more to build, but I think they wanted more of a surprise. And like you said, the surprise kind of.
But I think it backfired.
But yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't. He's not.
And then this week you don't have him in the audience at all. Like you don't have him in front of the audience at all. It's like, God, this is just piss poor. I
mean, like I said, I didn't have a problem with it because I don't think he's that. Big. I love Johnny Gargano. I love he did main event, obviously NXT takeovers and all that stuff. But as far as like a main roster debut, I don't think he deserves like the fucking pyro and fireworks and all that shit. He deserves just you walk out, hey, it's me, Johnny, and then you leave. That's what he deserves.
He should have signed with AEW, been the surprise entrant in the Casino Battle Royal,
and won that fucking big brass Sonic ring.
Grab the Sonic ring, do absolutely nothing with it.
Yeah, dude, what is that?
And get sent to Rampage.
I thought wasn't that like a cash in? Supposedly, wasn't that ring you cash your ring in? You like carry it around with you.
Yeah.
You fucking
you do a hula hoop.
Hula hoop the ramp and fucking dude, that
doing the neck thing,
Oh man, I feel like Jim Cornette, dude. When I talk about AEW,
Oh man, don't get me
hey,
started.
Hey, damn it, you have that stupid ring.
Stupid horse shit, motherfuckers.
The fucking twinkle toes.
Double cheese, double mayo,
fucking
double
twinkle toes,
mustard,
tippy toe down the fucking ramp. Walking the fucking ropes like a high wire act. God damn it! I think I'm watching fucking Cirque du Soleil when I watch that shit.
I see more entertaining shit in the goddamn circus, motherfucker.
Oh, fucking Jim Cornette. We need to get him on the show.
There you go. Anthony's in the chat. I'll pop in for a second to see how it's going, and I get called a killjoy.
You are a killjoy. We're just having fun.
He also agrees with Tyson. Clean up that Twitter, pal. And then Tyson says, "Put the blow up doll in your closet, pal." Well, anyways, yeah. So, I don't know. That's kind of my take. I just, a nothing that segment. I think they could have done without it.
Yeah,
so,
that segment did suck. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah,
it
did nothing for Johnny. It did nothing for our theory. It just reminded us of who they are. So
yeah, it's like, oh, you're in the big leagues now. I'm in the big leagues. Theory. It's like, no, you're not even.
Yeah,
you're on the same level as fucking Johnny Gargano. You're not.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're not even. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get to our match of the week. Match of the week. Marco, what's your match of the week, pal?
Oh man, this is tough. There's actually really a lot of good matches between the two shows. I'm gonna go with KO and
perfect
fucking Jay. I think.
Let's talk about it because that was mine too.
Yeah, because just a storyline and
yes, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, he's still obviously he's a prize fighter still, and he had that interaction with Sami Zayn and the Usos, and Sami Zayn's kind of caught in between, his best friend, which everyone knows is his best friend, and best enemy at the same time. And Sami Zayn's he's finally being accepted. I talked about this earlier. He's finally, being accepted by the bloodline. He's finally no longer an honorary Oos. He's an Oos now. And you have fucking KO coming out to remind him, like, dude, these guys are gonna they don't accept you at all. They're just using you and all this shit. So just that storyline, and it kind of carried over from SmackDown with the sit down with Roman Reigns and all that stuff, and him carrying the message, Sami Zayn carrying the message to KO and telling him he doesn't deserve anything and all that shit. So I don't know, just the whole setup and everything. Like I said, main event Jay, dude. You can't. I mean, he's as much as he's angry all the time. He's fucking phenomenal, dude. He's a good singles wrestler. Like, and I mean, he proved that too when he had those matches with Roman Reigns and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, and KO always brings it as well in the ring, dude. He's another. Actually, you know what? He's another one of those guys. Add him to that list. He can be opening, mid card, or main event. Kevin Owens. You could put him at any spot in the fucking show, and he's gonna show and prove and probably put the spotlight on that situation. But yeah, it was just like I said, just a storyline and not where it's gonna branch off to is kind of intriguing. I'm assuming KO's gonna get a shot at Roman Reigns at some point.
Well, this is what I see happen, and this also led to my decision of obviously, like, this is my match of the week as well too. What led to my decision of Roman winning the match with Drew. Eventually, so what I see as far as with the Roman verse cracking, the fall of Roman, so to speak, happening. First is going to happen. For step one is the Usos need to lose the tag titles. That's step one, and I can't think of a better opponent or better pairing to lose the tag team titles to none other than KO and Sammy. Whether they do, split the tag titles back up and, they get, Raw tag team champions over here or whatever. Okay. Slowly but surely, they're going to lose the tag titles. They're going to lose them to KO and Sammy. And that's basically step one. So obviously that match is not happening this weekend and it's not happening this Friday. So that leads me to believe that, obviously we're not going to get the job done here as far as getting titles off from Roman. But I think this is going to be a beautiful story. Roman even said it a couple weeks back. I haven't won a title in like 5 years, which is crazy to think, right? First of all, he's been in the WWE that long. It's kind of crazy, but that he hasn't won a title in 5 years. Like, what are we doing here, pal? Jeez, let's get this man some gold.
Yep.
But I think this will be a perfect opportunity for them to strike on that. So,
agreed.
Yeah. All right, let's find out the age-old question.
Who won the week?
All right, what you got this week?
Oh man, this is tough. But I'm gonna go with SmackDown this week.
Whoa, okay. What made you get to SmackDown?
Gunther and Sheamus, definitely that face off. Obviously the stuff with Roman and Drew McIntyre, that whole thing at the end and stuff like that. But yeah, that just put it over for me. For I did love Raw, but I think SmackDown was the kind of like the catalyst for what happened on Raw. Like kind of like bled into some of the Raw storylines. So
which was perfect, by the way. It was amazing. I'm going to go with Raw, but it was again close.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that angle they shot with Riddle and Rollins.
That was good.
I mean, that was old school. I loved it. I mean, honestly, as I was watching, I was like, it kind of took me back a little bit to, ruthless aggression / almost attitude era.
Yep.
Just like sitting there, just like enjoying Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
And not being a chore. So So I was very, very happy with Raw this week. I don't know. We're just. I think we're in for a good weekend. Got Clash of the Castle this weekend. Of course, this Saturday. I think it. So on the East Coast, it starts at 1:00.
Yep, 1 p.m.
12:00 Central Time, 10:00 Pacific. So
Yep. Worlds
if you're living-
Collide too. Don't forget.
yeah, we got
Collide.
Worlds Collide. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that, but yeah.
Well then, yeah.
But
it's
we
good
do
next
have- we do-
weekend.
We do have the unification match of the NXT UK title with the NXT Championship. Tyler Bate going up against Braun Breaker. Just real quick, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, kind of curious to see who's gonna walk out. I think I'm thinking Braun Breaker is gonna walk out as the undisputed. Obviously, you have the ladies too as well. Three-way dance for the UK Women's Championship and the NXT Championship as well. That's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mandy's gonna win. That's my prediction anyway. I think she's gonna. Shannon Baszler showed up tonight and told her.
Okay.
And basically gave her a pep talk and was like, "Hey, I was the longest. I think she was like one of the longest reigning Smackdown NXT Women's Champion." She was like, just hold that title. Basically, doesn't mean anything. She's like, in this match, it's probably the most important match of your life. She's like, so you better win it. Or what you're doing right now means nothing, or some shit like that. So I think Mandy Rose might win and continue on her reign as one of the longest reigning defending NXT champions. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, All Out as well.
Yeah,
It's a
huge
Sunday, so
wrestling weekend. Yeah.
A lot of shows. So
my wife is gonna hate me this weekend. So
yeah, I think Worlds Collide's on earlier. So I think it's on at 4 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So
I might have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass on Rose Collide because I'll have to do. I'll just be husband duties, but
yeah,
that's what you got to do.
Like I said, I'll probably miss Clash at the Castle, but
I'll have to go back and watch it.
It's a Saturday afternoon. I'll probably set aside some time at night to watch it.
Right.
Exactly. I'll have to fucking stay off my phone and fucking not see anything at all because I'm gonna see like a million text messages.
Oh, especially if Roman comes through, like he wins.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a meltdown. But
so it shows up. We didn't talk about this.
Oh, we sure didn't. I'm so sorry.
Real quick.
Let's real quick. Yeah. So, do you have anybody showing up? That's another one.
No. I'm saying that supposedly there's someone traveling there.
So, do you think that's gonna happen? Are you saying yes?
No. I see it. I see Karrion Kross showing up more than I see.
Okay, so no returns, no debuts.
No.
I
could be wrong.
That's a bonus question.
Oh, that's right. No debuts.
No debuts. Okay.
See any debuts?
I
think they should stay away from the debuts.
I'm gonna go yes.
Uh-oh. Who?
And
Braun
Strowman. Young Anthony also says yes. Excuse me.
Bray
Psycho sits early. I'm gonna go with Bray because I just want it so bad. But I do think there is gonna be a debut somewhere.
So he comes back to face who?
I don't know. I just want Bray back. I don't know. They'll figure it out. That's not my job. It's just like Hawk says. That's not my job. I don't write the shows.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a Hawk right now. I'm gonna say yes and Bray. Interesting. Psycho Sid Sorelli. He's got Tegan Knox as well coming back.
That's a possibility. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting. So yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Thank you so much about that. But I think it's time we wrap things up.
Hey, yo.
Marco, tell everybody what you got going on.
Oh, man, we have a lot of stuff going on. So we have, obviously, the Twitter machine, Chick Foley Show. You can follow me there. Follow Sheena on Chick Foley on IG. New show coming. I believe we're recording tomorrow night. We'll do our preview / predictions for Clash of the Castle, much like we did here. and amongst other stuff. We're not just going to focus on that.
Right.
This week, obviously, I'll probably take a week off of the open mic just because we were recording tomorrow night. Kind of double booked myself last week because I did the interview and then I did the show right after, so I did like 5 hours of podcasting last week.
Jeez.
So not doing that again. But definitely listen to the new episode. I had Marie Shadows on. Great conversation about writing, working for the WWE, working with New Japan, working with Tama Tonga too as well on his podcast. So talked all about that stuff, and it was a great interview. Definitely have her back on again so we can deep dive into some wrestling. We do pick on AEW a little bit. I did offer her to the debate show as well. She did say she would definitely jump on the debate show. Cool. So I did. I called out the challenge to the Chads of the show.
Yeah, I haven't gotten all the way through yet. So
that's awesome. Hopefully they take her up on that offer and we get that. So she if you follow her on Twitter, she does a lot of battles with the AEW marks.
Oh boy,
not anything bad, just like more reasonable arguments, nothing crazy, no name calling, anything like that. But like I said, I mean, next week I'll probably I'm looking for I've got other guests lined up, so we'll continue with the open mic. We'll get past that third episode jinx.
Yeah, baby.
As we say, but I've been enjoying it. It's been really fun.
That's been great
doing that show. So other than that, Facebook group, chickfolyshow.com, join the group. It's that greatest group of people on God's green earth. That's it.
Sweet. Yep. And we got coming down the aisle. We got comingdowntheaislepod.com where you can find everything coming down the aisle related. YouTube. I'm gonna have to get back on some Free the Figs. I'm gonna figure out something here soon. I haven't done one in quite some time. But this past Monday, I dropped the list. Miles and I we talked about the top 10 Kevin Nash matches. And this week I got Matthew Goldberg, famed fig photographer, on. We're gonna be talking CM Punk versus MJF from the dog collar match. Talk about some of his fig photography, what got him into fig photography, and all that good stuff. So make sure you, again, comingdowntheaislepod.com, and make sure you join the Pod Foundation. Follow the Pod Foundation on Instagram and Twitter, where you can find Chick Foley Show, myself, Coming Down the Aisle, Extra Cooler, and right here, Turnbuckle Tavern. Make sure you're going to the Turnbuckle Tavern at theturnbuckletavern.com, and where you can find Apple, Spotify links there, YouTube. You can find our TikTok, the Discord is always popping off. It's fun stuff there, always. In the Pro Wrestling Tee store, we got a lot of Pro Wrestling Tees t-shirts up. You can get a MVP Marco, you can get a Rawdown shirt, you can get a Boney Schiavone, and if you run out of toilet paper, you can get yourself a Hollywood Tony and Young Anthony shirt.
We need a Psycho Sid Sorelli.
Yeah, I think we need a Psycho Sid Sorelli shirt. Of course, we're on Teespring as well too. You can get that Mr. Backlash. I'm the Rawdown champion, and the Rawdown logo. Get some stickers, some mugs, all that good stuff. Make sure you call in the tavern. Of course, 304-404-2004. Call the tavern. Give your displeasure of Hawk and how he should not be allowed to be doing single streams ever again. Yeah, don't do it. So we apologize.
Altogether.
We apologize for that, folks. Myself as the host of the Long Balls, he's my assistant. He kind of went rogue there. So I apologize for that. I thought he could handle it, but
let's speak on behalf of the tavern when we say that is not the type of quality of show that the tavern puts out. They're always, we always, plan and prep, and we make our shows palatable.
Right.
That was just a bad display on our part, and we'll never let that happen again.
Right. So we'll make sure that that's not allowed.
Yeah.
So all right. So for myself, the almighty Bodie Lashley and MVP Marco, we'll catch you next week.